Welcome back to another episode of BC Life. On this episode of BC Life, I'm going to be talking about the war nickels. As we all know, war nickels were minted from 1942 to 1945, and they had a mint mark on the back above the Monticello building. The one you're looking at right now is a counterfeit. This actually has a cool story to it. My dad and we were going through coins the other day. We were pulling out buffalo nickels, war nickels, anything that anything that would have had a little bit more value, or anything that just might possibly even replace in our books and that. Well, my dad saw this date. He recognized it as a war nickel right away looking at the date. Now, on the back of the war nickels, they had a mint mark above the Monticello building. On this, however, the Monticello building, right above it, there was no mint mark. In comparison, this here is a 1944 war nickel. This one's legit. That is a true 1944 war nickel. The one my dad found that doesn't have the mint mark, it's actually known as a Henning nickel. So I just thought it's kind of cool. This is actually an older counterfeit. This guy actually did other counterfeit coins at the time, but the 44 was the thing he ended up actually getting busted for. So the 1944 Henning nickel is actually a very well-known counterfeit. I didn't realize that there's actually people out there that collect the counterfeit coins. I just thought this was kind of cool. Another coin I'd like to mention is the 1943 steel cent. Every once in a while we pull these from circulation while doing coin roll hunting. There was actually a coin that the U.S. government minted by mistake. During 1943, there were several pennies actually struck on copper planchets. Now, during 1943, they were trying to strike them on the steel planchets in order to save copper for the war effort. Copper was a very valuable metal. The same reason they started making the war nickels with 35% silver. They were trying to keep as much nickel as they could for the war effort. Now in 1943, like I said, some of them got struck on a copper planchet. And one of the things we did find in circulation, we didn't find a copper penny, but we did find a copper-plated steel cent. The quickest way to tell this was actually a steel cent was just to take a magnet to it. It stuck to a magnet, therefore it's actually just a counterfeit. Someone took and copper plated a steel cent.